Hello and welcome to Patch Day. We've updated to the 1.2 version and we've been nerfed. Not a lot of changes. I mean, there are a lot of changes in the new 1.2 patch, but we haven't been hit with too many of them. Mostly our critical has dropped. Our damage on our charge strike has dropped from 30% to 20% per hex traveled. And the rune of command fire is dropped to 10% from 20%. These cost more to make now. It's been a pretty fun patch. It's been a good looking patch. When we last left off our intrepid adventurers, we had an army up here moving on this outpost and making its way to Sorcel. We had taken the city of Aegis. We have an army over here coming down to Don Bean. A big fight going to happen here as we burn that city to the ground. And then I believe we were going to cross over to this crypt, this outpost, take this to build the teleporter, and then march on Sky Totem. We got Vassalage of Isentur. We ended on an intern. We are supremely evil. Let's cook. Let's cook. Darius, good morning. In the end of yesterday, we managed to take Kelton, Hex Point. We managed to vassalize the rats underneath us. We took over Aegis, which is, I do believe, giving us access to tier 5 dragons. Absolutely nuts. We're building a teleporter over here right now as our first priority, but I guess maybe we should make a dragon army. $90 so 450 gold in upkeep if I want 5 of them. Obviously I want all 5 dragons in one army. There's an achievement for that I don't think I have. Oh, I could put a bone dragon in too. I can have all 6 dragons in one army, even though the bone dragon is clearly a lesser dragon. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Well, we're gonna have to do that. I want to pick up Fan the Inferno here because all enemy units sustain 5 fire damage, and I think with the chaos thing they actually take 15. Right? We built that. I'm sure we did. You might as well build that. You made a war breed. I'm making a new army. Crucible built an armory. We're gonna guild these gals. Let's give him a Temple of Pyre and then Shrine of the War God after that. You guys are working on that teleporter. You're gonna build us a fine road over to this outpost and then lay a siege upon it. I'll just do a raiding party here and... Oh, I'll take a soul siphon. Why not? I don't think I need anything else. I can't siege this in a single turn, could I? I sure can. Well, why waste time? I did need to take that Shrieker's Doom. I actually forgot all about that, but I'm going to take this and build a teleporter up here first. So I can produce tier 5 dragons. Yeah, it's because of the dragon spine here. So this special location, if we have at least 3 provinces next to it, we have 7. We can build tier 4 and tier 5 dragons, which is pretty good. My friendship. It's finally over. This guy has gotten way more badass looking somehow. Did he always have that dark fur cloak upon him? Oh man, he looks so good. He looks like a real fire giant, and I'm like just an undead giant. He is a real fire giant is the answer. He's gone pure chaos affinity. And I've gone mixed. So he just broke his friendship, which means, I mean, we're still allied, but that's not gonna last. That -800, that ain't gonna happen. Now, we got a couple people down here, but it's not too bad. We're gonna pop down and say hello. Let's start with these dweebs. Get them out of the way. Let's siege this city. Obviously, Devastator Spheres. Obviously, the Soul Siphon. Let's harass defenders, because these guys are pretty chonky. And then I think we're fine. We're just going to kill this. We're going to burn this city down, and we're going to get maximum raid stacks out of it. I don't know what that guy's doing right now, but he can just vibe. We did pick up Domain of Death, giving us city stability and bonus to damage. This has a minor upkeep cost, but it's not too bad. I think we're going to want to cast this on every city. Because we are not dark domain, city stability is still kind of important to us. Now we're going to have to introduce tariffs on tier 5 dragons, also noted. The fire giant and the cooler fire giant. I mean, are we the cooler? I would guess we are the cooler one, because we are literally, you know, we have shadow magic. We have cold magic, technically. Stop casting Burden of Guilt on me. Was that you? Could have sworn I just heard somebody cast Burden of Guilt on me. Little danger squad in here. So Morena, we got to keep a bit of an eye for. It looks like we have pretty good sensing range right now. So there's an army coming up through here. Down by Pebbleton, which must be in their control. Ooh, there's a gold wonder down here. Noted. These guys are going to probably be able to reach me in 3 turns. Maybe not, but I would say probably. Cool Ranch Fire Giant. Delicious. Yesterday, you talking about how much you love having it cast on you every single turn. Oh, man. Yeah, no, we love Burden of Guilt. I can't stress how much I love having no movement and constantly being just pummeled by everything. Let's capture this. Move ye here. And ye move here. And then ye be moving here. What's going on with this giant dragon? Primo Nebula. What is Primo Nebula? Is that a city? Golden dragon, fire dragon, and 2 wyverns. Primo Nebula. So another follower of the dragon. I don't have enough movement to get all the way across here, so I'm just going to let these guys chill out on the mountainside before we close that gap. We have another Mask of the Fire Lord going on you, obviously. Now, what am I going to craft? Where is this guy? Is he in one of these armies? Yeah, okay. So you got Pyre Templars, you got a Shade and a Necromancer coming, you have a Shade coming. So let's just keep waiting on you. You guys are all good over there, good there, good there. You've made caltrop stashes. You have neither the mine nor the farms to build either of these things. What is that? A quarry. Pyre shrine and a forest of stakes. You're a lucid forest. You scale off of quarries. All right, I guess you're just on purchase merchandise at this point then. We'll cast another couple of these domains of death, which sets our cities up well. We have the teleporter over here, which is fantastic. During a siege, undead units heal 12 points per turn in the domain. Lots of kind of stuff I want over here. Let's grab the necrotic spires first, though. You've got that. You've got this. You want somebody to take this outpost. Who just offered that quest? Flamic Fireheart? I'll take that. No guarantees I'll really get to it anytime soon, but like it's not a bad quest for us. It's got a Pantheon shrine here too. I could take this as a city. It's got 2 wonders. I don't know that I necessarily want to. It does give us a very long... We'd become really like an equatorial band if I take that. Because I wanted to take Whispering Waters as well. Something to think on. And then we just keep sieging, I guess. For right now. Love having Burden of Guilt. This place is getting a little too Catholic for my tastes. We need it. We need Big Sky Daddy to tell us what we've done wrong. That's how it works, right? Part of me is also just thinking with all my Imperium, what if I just kept maxing out my city cap and just captured as many cities as possible? I'm a bit worried because on this map in particular, we have like super free cities. We still have an unknown trait. That's insane. Yeah, we have city states. So cities are really hard to keep. And I don't have a ton of vassals. And we also have chaotic influence. We haven't had an intrigue event happening, which is very confusing because we certainly should. I can't believe there's an unknown event that we haven't discovered 132 turns into the game. Wrath of the Emperor, Burden of Guilt. Thank God. I was really, really worried that we wouldn't get Burden of Guilt at this round. Your treaties for production have expired, and I think I'm okay with that. You also, I believe, had a treaty for production. Yeah, I'm also okay with that. Let's get our builds out here first. I guess catapult towers. I guess you need catapult towers to get necrotic spires. Oh no, we already had necrotic spires. Because my understanding is that the necrotic spires replace the catapult towers. But I'm not totally certain on that. Certainly I'm going to get a Temple of the Pyre over here. I should really build a Forest of Stakes as well, so we have demoralized. Man, this city is just got the worst layout imaginable. It's actually terrible. Maybe that. Okay, you guys go here. You guys go here. So we have a juicy 2,400 point NPC army. Only if I send magic wishes to him via telepathy. Confess your sin or get smushed by the daddy fire giant. Yeah, see, we can barely even get into this place because I'm getting hit with so many burdens of guilt. Well, you know what? I'm evil. There's no reason not to burn things down. 4 turns. 4 turns. You have a sanctuary. No, I guess that makes sense. These guys are going across the lithium. I thought they were going to come up and defend this city, but I guess not. They are too strong. They are too strong. That's good, though. I'm actually not at war with you. Great. So none of these characters... None of these characters have the traits like Sinister Spy that makes it that they will never accept surrender. Which puts us in a tasty little spot. You need to grow before we can do anything. I for sure should be crafting something right now. You have a mending flute and a sludge of the demolisher. Somebody mentioned at the very end of yesterday that we're going to need True Sight to get through all of this. And I think that that's actually a very good point. So I want to make sure that we have True Sight on all of our characters. We currently don't. You know what? Why don't we make a variation of the Warhorn that has... Because if we have the Warhorn, the Hot Rod, and then something with like True Sight... You have Demolisher, Berserker Rage. Hold on here. I think this is what I need to do, is another trinket. You have Demolisher, Berserker Rage, and the Rune of Command Fire. So if I put Army Recoup, True Sight, and an Army Trainer, that's a very good item. That's a very, very good item. We'll call it Heart of the Dragon. We'll call it Heart of the Blue Eyes, White Dragon. No, I can't fit it. Heart of the Dragon it is. And then we're basically just going to pump out those for the next gajillion turns. Livy, hello. How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm a little bit worried about this. What does he actually have in here? 16, 2000, 12, 13. Oh, God, these shrines of smiting scare the hell out of me. Yeah, we still have -4 on most of our characters, right? Oh, we have 9 fire resistance on the Pyre Templars. We have 3 on everybody else, which is pretty good. But we still take a ton of damage from Spirit, and that is still the flavor of the day here. Giant Baboon, Heart of the Dragon. I was thinking Heart of the Cards, Heart of the Dragon. Trying to find a way to blend it together. Just didn't quite work. I guess I'm going to vassal you. This is kind of neat. They took Torchwood and they built it all the way down here. So literally right next to Sky Totem. This is owned by Torchwood. Computer's just weaving their stuff in and out. The Free City of Astralonium. To celebrate your brotherhood, Kilval has invited you to a competition. They stand on the table in chairs waving tankards while yelling battle cries, and the crowd cheers. He shows his scars and loudly boasts about his latest adventure. We can take Imperium. We can take a minor morale, gold, or suede. I'll take Imperium. Astrolonium. Okay, that's not a big deal. We get Fan the Inferno. Nice! And now we finally have enough that we can take Tome of the Eternal Lord.
A realm blanketed by glistening ice and eternal shadow is a land of endless perfection.
Let's just take True Death Magic for now. Where do you guys think you're going? You can't just run off like that. I was coming up here to kill you. Ooh, that is cute Cthulhu. Right there. You can abort this. The man, the myth, the legend, level 8. Oh, that's no probs. He's got himself a hot rod. Let's see. If I move you here, I sure can. Fighting these guys outside the siege is a pretty big advantage. I am gonna get spell jammed. That's a lot of death. At some point, I'm going to have to start accepting those losses. And I think that that's going to come up pretty soon. So Lava Rune Steel just does damage to all enemy units within 2 hexes around it. And I think it just does that every turn. Yeah. What a cool ability. You'll come up and work on them. You can come up and help him out. We'll get rid of that one. Strengthen you. Bring up that shade. That's perfect. You're a caster. I feel like I don't recognize this map. I can't tell if that's just me. Lava Rune Steel. That's got really good range, especially on Nanrock, because he's got such insane range right now. You guys can all fit perfectly in here. And then we'll buff you up a little bit. What do we have to threaten on their team? Double Shrines of Smiting are all up there. So if I clear out this trash first and kind of let these guys take their time getting in. So I think that's going to be the play. If I move you, I can probably just throw a fireball, which is going to be more efficient. So we'll just do that. We got Pyre Templars over here. We got War Breeds. I got zombies for bait. The primordial basilisk can do the hilarious chain attack. Oh, he missed. He missed nothing. That's so funny. Okay. I got this Flame Hero's Consecration, but it's actually kind of funny because unless our units are faithful, we do burn on top of things. But I guess we just take such little fire damage, it doesn't really matter. Lots of dissonance stacks. Constricted stacks. Oh yeah, these dissonance stacks are trouble. Because if he casts any kind of spell... My lava rune steals. No! You go against that zombie. That's great. Brings that character in as well. Mass condemnation triggered all the dissonance. Ouchie. But now I get to do things like cast Fan the Inferno. All enemy units take 15 fire damage, get inflicted with burning, and also gain misfortune. Yes. Very good, sir. Very good. You'll charge and push him back, and that's probably fine for you. It does kind of put you in a position, though, where I don't know that I can hit anybody with you. I am concerned, and I should be. These guys are already well within range. All enemy units suffer fire damage and have a 90% chance of suffering burning. You enter defensive mode. Let's cast a Mass Incinerate here on my own Pyre Templar, but it's fine. He has a ton of fire resistance. You're going to do that, which is not quite how I wanted that to work, but... Choo, 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 choo. I need to create room for this hero to come up. Because he does all that good damage. Have the... You go try to do a little bit more. So this Ice Runestone is also just doing frost damage to everybody nearby, which obviously isn't super hot for us, but I guess because we're undead, it's not the end of the world. Well, that's an obvious putrid breath right there. I think let's put the Pyre Templar here. And we'll go for that, so we stay open on our flank. That's an Arcanist. That's a spell shield. We'll go for the Arcanist, because we might be able to crit him. No, but now we end up in a position where we have a triple here, but we could also just actually one-shot him. You know what? Let's chuck a blind dagger at this hero instead. And then I could do a cascading flame. Light all those guys up. His corpse explodes. Now I can raise him as an undead here as well. The question is whether or not I want to save these raises to bring my characters back to life. Probably the smarter choice. So let's go for you again. Stack decaying on you was my idea. He berserked. How am I gonna get on both of these shrines of smiting? I could cast Serpentine Curse on you and change you from a plague serpent into a plague serpent. Now he's stuck and he can't do that. And now you're stuck and you can't do your special ability. And then you could just come in here and smack these dweebs around a little bit if you wanted. That guy's got 2 retaliation attacks. I've only got 1. Do I want to hit him with the cleansing flame? You do have some bolstered defense. Part of me wonders, do these guys have zeal or faithful? Because Pyre Templars are actually a bit of a problem then. Yeah, they do. So cleansing flames are bad for me. That canceled all of his retaliation attacks, and now I can just wail on him with this zombie. And I can then kill him with that there shade. Now, I can't really get my giant in a position... That's not true. I could smack this guy in the back. The only problem with doing this is it means that both of those shrines of smiting have an open divine vengeance on me. On my flank, if I do that. That's really quite dangerous then. You know what? I think I'm just gonna drop a lava stone there and see how that works. Lots of weakens from our fetid legion. And then some of the berserks start kicking off. This guy's already berserked. He's berserking against my Pyre Templar. That could not be a better thing for that to have happen. Oh my god. Oh, 3 retaliation attacks on these Warbreeds as well. That Warbreed is getting dongered though, real bad. All right, well, that's fine. We did, you know, save some of our raised deads. Plus, Warbreeds are sacrificial, so. These guys really love going after those lava steels. You're going after, I think, zombies. You're hitting the flank. You're going after that guy, which is fine. He's steadfast. No problem. Bit of a problem. Not the worst, though. He actually blinded himself, I think, in that. Yeah, he totally did. He hit himself. So the shade does extra damage to him then. Our special abilities remove Berserk on most of my guys. Oh, the Warbreed. You steadfast. All right, there's very little reason for me not to just cast Fan the Inferno a second time. Doing 15 damage to their entire army and burning and misfortune is just like insanely good. You are steadfast right now. What corpse is here? Decaying zombie. So you're going to eat that corpse. That's why we took corpse eating. And then you're just going to wail on this guy a few times. I am stuck in here because of that lava steel. Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Strengthen this guy. And we're going to have him fly here so he can do a triple tail whip. Triggers steadfast on him. You're just going to hit these guys. So you're steadfast, you're steadfast. You're not. You could be, though. You're steadfast. Got basically this entire side locked in. If I was to fly you here... Might as well. It's not going to do a ton, but it'll do a little bit. Okay. Most definitely, let's have the zombie on you. I think I'm going to put the Pyre Templar here because that guy is mounted, so he does extra damage. You've been steadfasted. You're going to just attack him. I got 2 War Breeds. I got this Basilisk as well. Let's go here and slam. Let's go here and slam. Get rid of him. Then I have 2 choices. I can either hit the 2 of them or the 2 of these. If I go here, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill. So let's do that. That'll trigger steadfast, which will then allow me to step here and hit the 2 of these. Effectively getting 4 kills on his turn. Even though they nerfed him, he's still an absolute monster. And then, I don't know, I could cast this here. 28 and 6 or 20 and 6. Doomgaze. I guess it makes more sense for me to just move and shoot. Get some decays on them. Plague Serpent, you can't really do much. You're just going to stay put. That guy can't do much. This guy can't do much. I wish we weren't getting stuck trying to run around through people. And Breathing Air, thank you for the primer, my dude. Welcome on in. Much obliged. I'm going to hit him just because it gives me 10 HP. And then I'll throw a dagger at you. Nice. And we get the crit. Trigger his slip away. Their whole team gets more stacks of weakened on them, so they can barely do any damage at this point. They've got a bunch of berserkers. You're going after my Warbreed. Be a lot cooler if you didn't. You're going after my snake that I stole. That's fine. We're getting mass condemned. We're getting hit with that big mass blind. Oh, no problems. No problems at all. The biggest problem here are the steadfasts. Love the Age of Wonders content, dude. I'm glad to hear it. It is always a pleasure to rock a bit of this. Now, I lost a Warbreed in here somewhere. But could I tell you where exactly I lost him? Absolutely not. Well, this is an obvious triple kill for me. Inquisitor, Obsidian Wyvern, Soother. I'm not sure if the Warbreed didn't explode when it died. I got this funny feeling it might have just went pop. That guy's toast. That guy's toast. You can go for him. Ah, they nerfed my fireballs. Fireballs have an additional cooldown on them now, so they're a lot harder to, well, you just can't hit with them constantly like you used to. You just can't hit with them like you used to. What are you guys doing? How about you kill him? You can kill him. You can kill him. You're gonna move up and dunk this guy. Getting sealed is so annoying. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that that Warbreed, honestly. That unit just then had steadfast and somehow I killed him. And I'm wondering whether or not I killed him because I created cleansing flame underneath him and it removed the steadfast. One Warbreed though, that's significantly better. We lost like 5 Warbreeds in a pyre guy last time, so we can just replace one with a mythic dragon. We get an insane amount of tier 4 gear out of this. Fantastic. We'll add that to the pile. I can't reach Cthulhu, which is a bit of a bummer. I can start this siege though. Devastator Spheres, Soul Siphon Ritual. This guy's got Healing Spires and he's got a Tendril Labyrinth. You can't really break any of those easy. We have a lot of ability to destroy walls, so here's the options. I could Headlong Assault and then I get it in 2. Or I could Tower Bombard. Do it in 3. You suffer exhausted at the start of combat, which means we can't regenerate. Ooh! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Burn Battlements actually isn't good because all of those burns will become cleansing flames, which will actually be advantageous to the computer. My God. Do units you raise dead come with you in the end? If you raise them, if you're in a fight and you raise one of your units back to health, so like I was trying to find my war breed that died, if I re-raised that in the fight, it would come back. But if you just like raise a zombie, it doesn't. I'm gonna have to force march that dragon into that army. I am a little bit worried because that's a lot of troops up there, and they're gonna be able to all come down here and attack me next round. Currently, there's nobody in this city. But that's clearly not going to last. Do I need a spelljammer? Suppose it doesn't hurt. This outpost here is mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a teleporter right there. Obviously, it's going to take a while to build. And we're going to stick some palisade walls up there. In the meantime, I'm going to force march this army because I'm definitely going to need backup. And this is ready for a fight. Nanok the Marvelous has gotten his second last level here. We'll take logistics training. Capture, 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 capture. Beast Strangler leaves in 5 turns. We've received a message saying that this guy is like, you suck. Beast Strangler we really don't need. He didn't have anything cool either, so. We had talked down Bean. This is fine. We got a Bastion barricade, but we massively outnumber them here. Big outnumber. And we are gonna raze this city to the ground. Let me just make sure I have all the stuff for raising. I don't have the bonus to pillaging. Pillaging does let me heal. Takes less turns, but though there is a sanctuary up north. But yeah, that could be really handy for me, actually. Anything else I want? 200 mana, 200 knowledge upon conquest of a city. That doesn't really matter at this point in time. So I'm going to raise this to the ground for the population. My goodness. Just beat the freed lands of Manhuri last night. Still learning the game. Dude, congrats, congrats. It's all, the campaigns are really hard. I will say, like, the main storyline campaigns are way harder than the what I would call, like, the normal gameplay loop. So, Shaker, how we doing, my dude? Was in Montana. Nice. Oh, dude, that's gorgeous. Missed any new games that are must try in the past few months? Last you saw, I was playing Civ. Yeah, we've played a few. We've played a few good ones. Dustland Delivery got a new DLC. That one's really good. What have we played? I'll tell you what, I'll give you a 3-second breakdown here because it'll only take me a second to do. And I know we've played a lot of good games. And I know most people here are for the Age of Wonders content. Endless Legend 2. We're going to be playing that later this week after we beat this campaign. That's very looking good. Oh man, we had all these great demos. He Is Coming was really good. Burden of Command was really good. It's like a squad-based World War game where you focus on leadership. It's really like story-based, very heavy. It's like Band of Brothers RPG. I was actually playing that last night because I'm trying to get a better feel of the game because I thought it was really cool. Nordhold was a really, really good tower defense game. Super good. Kaiserpunk was also really good, but needs more time in the oven. We played a couple of days of Kaiserpunk, though we only uploaded one of those videos. Cataclysmo got its full release. And 2 Point Museum, I mean, if you missed 2 Point Museum, that was just a fantastic time as well. Zero complaints there. I guess we're just gonna sit put for a moment. What's going on up north? Nobody is threatening this city, which is great. And we got a few more level ups here as well. Guess who? Hello. How we doing? We're doing very good. Very good vibes today. Nordhold was great. Yeah. Went over 5 hours with Nordhold. Yeah, we played a lot of Nordhold. I regret nothing. I regret no such thing. Do I want Draining Blast on you? No, probably not. Let's just go Master Chaos. So this is my Skirmisher Ranger who throws cool daggers and then stabs people when he's done. You can't get Open Strike. You could get Slip Away. Slip Away would be really nice. Martial Expertise would be really nice. I don't know that he needs knockback retaliations. Defense and evasion. Defense and evasion. These could be good for him. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take 2 points in this. I'm not going to take either Institute Chaos or Amplify Chaos. Amplify Chaos he could take, but I don't know, man. I think I'll just take the defense on him right now. Make him a little more sustainable. Varain has leveled up as well. How many levels do you have? You only get 3 more after this. So I feel like you're an undead leader. Let's give you foraging and we'll go for endurance after that to buff that. And Burr the Warden. You're clearly getting Champion of Perseverance over here, so let's just get that on you. Morena has withdrawn to the Astral Void. Varain actually got his last level of Renown here as well for winning 4 siege battles in a row. He doesn't have Demolitionist, but that's okay. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. And then that's it. Then we have to just prep for this. Burn Command sounds awesome. Yeah, it looks really awful, and it has some like terrible UI stuff in it because it's by a really small team. But the gameplay is actually really good, and reviews for it have been quite good. I'm still like at the end of the tutorial stuff right now. It's a very, very long tutorial, but I really want to I've been interested in playing a lot more of it. I don't always get to games off stream, so whenever I get dragged back into one, it's generally a good sign that it's drawn my eye. New DLCs for War Tales. Haven't checked out any of those recently. But yeah, they had that new Invasion DLC. I really like War Tales, but I think the pacing in it's quite bad. The game needs to be set at like 200% XP, and then War Tales would be basically a perfect game. That's how I feel about it. It is very close to being a perfect game, but right now it is. They drag it out and make you have to fight and grind way too much. And you can see that just based on the sheer amount of hours I've had to put in on the channel. What is this? A random guy coming to attack us here? I don't know how I managed to get 2v1, not a 3v1, but not really a problem. Dr. Acula says your lipid panels are in range, all on the high end. Time for more exercise. I feel you, dude. I had to start anti-cholesterol medications this year, and I'm not vibing on it. Don't like it. Dragon Slayer on a firebolt is pretty handy. But, you know, I'll probably just not use it. So this place is going to burn down. I guess I could just walk over here. Hey! What the hell do you think you're doing? That's my next well. All right, no one is going to be able to stop this from getting burned down, so let's head back to the surface. Where's my lava walk army? You're gonna come over here, over here, over here. It's only a single hero, but into the pot she goes. I'm gonna attract double population here just so I can take this next well. It gives me an extra 30 HP per turn in this domain, so I heal like crazy fast now. I basically guaranteed heal to full while I'm in this city. These guys have done a funny thing where they've put one army in the city and then they've put all the other armies out of the city. So obviously I'm just going to crush all of you individually. Didn't recall losing a unit there, but whip those guys out. Then we have this army coming up. I meant to stop them in that outpost and do a ritual of alacrity. How much will this cost? 18 mana. Okay. So now they're in range and they're no longer exhausted. You got a Temple of Pyre. You're building a Forest of Stakes. Great. Sunstone is ready to annex another province. I think if you build that mine, you can build a mint. So let's do that. Cast Arrow Catcher. Picks up martial expertise. Yimpy the Ruthless picks up level 19. You have 2 levels left to go. If I picked up 15 maximum HP, I could pick up Reckless Rage, which can be kind of fun. 30% attack damage for 3 turns. Incompatible with critical momentum and execute. Oh, okay. Actually, sorry. I didn't realize that was triple locked. I thought I could do that. So maybe not. Immobilize and +1 retaliation attack. Or I pick up something like endurance training. Or I pick up 15 HP and greater defense. How many retaliation attacks do you already get? You have super growth giving you +1. God, you have a lot of buffs. Brutal parry. All right, let's go immobilize into that. That way he can really shut down units as well. You've been captured. You've been captured. Good. Somebody cast Condemn Army on me. Thank God. Oh, 2 people cast Condemn Army on me. I was really worried I wasn't going to get condemned this turn. That's good for us. And then we'll just march up here to the outpost. Good. Good. Should know the answer when he said it's okay, but it tastes a little too salty. Wartail has a new DLC. Yeah, have to check it out. Yeah. There's a cool one where it's like you're dealing with an invasion, sort of like a Viking invasion, or you're part of a Viking invasion. That one apparently is pretty good. The other DLCs they put out have been a bit mixed bag. So, and Mega Jetty, by the way, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Oh, they have another one dropping later this month. Oh, wow. They've been really putting out a lot. I didn't realize they had another one in the works. We haven't played it for a while just because we played it a lot. We played it a lot, and we played it for almost 2 months straight. So it was like the longest running campaign. I think it's still probably the longest campaign that I've done on my YouTube channel. This is really bad. We could be in some serious trouble here right now. And he gets all the siege effects. Those are Pyre Templars and Exemplars. And Shrines of Smiting. Dude, this guy has a mean tier 4 mythic army. And he's got Cthulhu in here. I'm going to see what the auto combat gives me, but I'm for sure going to have to fight this manually. You know, whenever it's really long, that you're... I'm not going to fight this manually. Are you kidding me? 2 losses and what is a bone dragon? And I instantly win the siege? That is how the French say incroyable. Bring back that dragon. Pick up a sword. Who got that dragon? You got that dragon. Let's bring in this big boy. Let's move that big boy over here. A bunch of these guys are outside the city, so we can actually attack them first. And cut this fight in half. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I got some backup troops here, and I'm spawning more backup troops as well, so it looks like you kind of lost all of your front line. You've lost also a war breed. Always the war breeds, you know? Never the war brides. This goddamn dude has all these tier 5 dragons in here, which are really making my life miserable. And I'm spell jammed, so I can't heal my units. Yeah, it's fine. As long as I don't lose the basilisk. I'll summon up 3 bone dragons. A mage lock of true damage. That's very nice. That's very fun. Do I want this city? What do I want to do with the city? Do I want to make it pretty? I cannot decide. I probably want to vassalize the city. So let's do that. It's gonna be our plan. You guys look like you already have a road up here, which is great. Everybody, yep. You're gonna capture and release. You're all in range of each other, so that's good. Clearly, I need to make more war breeds. You're gonna grab that House of Hunger underneath. And we're just going to start pumping out war breeds. And Pirate Templars, probably. You've also got room to expand. So let's grab a farm. And then if I put a lava rune steel down here, this will all burn. That's actually diggable terrain right there. So we could also build a farm down here once that transforms. Yaku's big a gun, right? Hiding, Hilding, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Formidable would be appropriate, but I'm sure incroyable is acceptable too. Formidable. I always feel like incredible is the fun one to say. I got one last point here. What do I want to put it on for Nanok? Adjacent enemies lose morale. Draining burst. I don't think you're ever going to draining burst because I have the crypt blade on him. He's got so many spells. Let's just give him a little defense. So he's as good as it gets. Nanok is max level. Yimpy is now also max level. You're going to take +1 retaliation after a charge. So this is now a character who has triple retaliation on attack. And we've unlocked another hero slot. Capture. Level 11 Ranger. A couple of level 11s, actually. Oh. Belsarius posted a bounty to capture this outpost that I'm about to capture, so let's take that. You don't like that my military is weak, buddy. You don't like me no matter what I do. You don't like me because I'm fat. Always so judgy, these guys. Let's see. I feel like a spelljammer over here would be smart. I'm a little bit worried about this encroachment down here. Let's start with archer battlements. You've got room to grow. What I'd like you to do is grow down to this eternal bedchamber, which I'm realizing I have to now go and release. I also have to destroy that city ruin. If I move up here, I can make my way to the Lost Queen's Crypt. There's also a Temple of the Tome under that. You scale off of foresters, farms, and foresters, actually. You're still a pretty like low-sized city, but you're going to get a lot bigger as we keep burning stuff down. In fact, that's where you've gotten a bunch of population right now. In fact, I think all of my cities have a population boost. They sure do. Crucible, I'm going to keep you building cinder conduits at this point. And sunstone. You've gotten all of that. You also scale off of cinder conduits. Or just conduits in general. So that's all good for you. All this land is nice and burned. I could put another like lava rune steel over here just for the visual effects, but I feel like we're okay with it right now. You're all burnt. Something that's kind of I'm finding upsetting is like the mountains aren't burning. 1 to 2. I want some of these mountains on fire, you know? I'm willing to throw away mana if it means I can have some cool effects happening. Love your giant campaigns. Watch you more than I play the game. I know that feeling sometimes. I'm glad you're enjoying the giant stuff. We got all of it up on YouTube if you're ever craving extras. Chris Lauren, hello as well. Game sure got a lot of updates since its release. Everything looks so different. Oh, it's got a ton of big ones. We just had a patch today. Patch 1.2 was this morning. The Ogre patch 1.2. I'm building troops, right? Yes, yes. You could be building troops. And honestly, I don't see why not. It's a little harder to get to your teleporter, but not really that much. This teleporter's about to be live. This guy, I don't think can threaten me right now. He's got to rebuild. So once I take this, I can march straight into Innsmouth. And if I siege that capital, he should be willing to vassalize all the cities underneath. Certainly that's the hope. And that would then secure my eastern flank. Then we can just march straight on Oraculum. We're already marching up towards Sky Totem. So that clears out these guys. Oraculum will probably have to burn or vassalize. Then these two should come together. We've unlocked true death magic. That's good. Pure Flame Slaves. True death magic we will cast. I am gonna put... I can't put him in the mountains. I want to put you right there. I want these mountains to become desolate. And I think that will make it happen. All right, so all of my armies here are pretty donked up pretty bad. You're missing a Shade and a Pyre Templar. Just do that, do that, do that, do that. Yeah, I'm willing to let that go for him. You have 2 casters. You need, like, Bone Dragons for days. You're... you really don't want that many Shades in here. This guy is Shades, Pyromancers, and Necromancers. So this guy has no frontline units right now. This is all like filler. I should just give him back Shade for now. I don't think he can use that teleporter anymore since we've taken this. This is going to take 3 turns to vassalize. Ergo, I think we might be better off marching back to our territory to heal here. I can leave that guy in the city for right now, maybe. We'll see how we feel about that plan. This is obviously dangerous. We've got decent armies over here. We have 1 bad, 1 good, and 1 very good army. So we do without what we will. I think I'd like to jam over here. Yeah, we're gonna jam over here. If you're gonna recruit, you need a pyre shrine. And honestly, if these are all foresters here, we might as well make that a forester as well. Then I could pop a spell jammer down here or a soul well. Or both. Couple of options. We have heroes. We also aren't making anything, which I guess somehow I missed that being crafted. Part of the door gone. Let's get that on you to start. Cthulhu is back into Innsmouth already with a 6-stack army. You guys are crafting. Building. I wish I could get my draft up a little bit more so that I could produce Warbreeds 1 a turn. The only realistic way I can think about doing that is transferring all of these farms to foresters. And my logic there is that this place has a forestry guild. So they'll scale a little bit off of that. I'm a little bit worried he's just going to attack this, but whatever. These are all trash. Yeah, I'd love to know what Belsaries is doing. Like, could he start attacking people? So I feel like he's just patrolling around his cities and not actually trying to do anything. I don't know what the rat is up to either. Probably much of the same. Like, is there a reason he's not taking that outpost? Yeah. We're gonna get hit here. 74 versus 55. They get haunted coffins. It summons a skeletal polearm on the defender's side until the end of combat. But that says it originates from them, which leads me to believe they're getting haunted coffins here and not me, which I don't love. Hit that hydro check. Thank you. I guess because we're fighting on the crypt and they have control of it. I don't mind losing the hero. The problem is that there's an entire second wave that I have to fight here. All right, I don't know why haunted coffins exist. There's no haunted coffins on this map. We're like outside the sarcophagus, slinging the dead around like it ain't no thing. Of course, I am condemned, to the surprise of no one. You out there, you out there. We'll put you in here. You're my skirmisher. You're a tier 1 warrior. They've got a lot of ground they got to come up here before they can fight me. Okay, let's just get everybody in a nice line. What do you have? All friendly units gain hastened regeneration. Regeneration can only be used once per battle. Swift restore, raise undead, undying loyalty. We also have exhume undead. We haven't really cast a lot with these guys. Played a lot with this army. You might as well do rallying cry. This is again another angelic army, so like Flame Herald's Consecration is not super great for us. Light them all on fire. Light them all on fire. Light them all on fire. Tell me I'm out of range of you. I'm not. We're going to fan the Inferno here. 15 fire damage. And burning. Like, that guy pops me if I don't do anything. It's 114 damage. That Bone Wyvern is sacrificial anyway, so I don't really mind him coming up. Let's just move you guys here and here then, if that's the case. There's like berserkers in this army. It's a very weird army. All right, we're going to hold one more round. They're mostly going to attack these firestones, so... Big frozen stack there. What is that, a winter fairy? Yeah. Dominated. That's rude. Stunned. Condemned. There's the one shot there, which means that guy's gonna pop my Warbreed. Okay, didn't do too much damage, but still a lot. Good versus evil showdown right now. Yeah, on the burning crypts. Finally done for work meetings for today. Nice, dude. You're gonna get jumped on. I am gonna get shaded in the back here, which is a bit annoying. All right, this isn't too bad though. We have some berserks. Pyre Templar versus Pyre Templar. Okay, I'd like to kill him before I cast Fan the Inferno. It's going to be my goal here. Because that way it'll free up my shade. This may be quite a bit easier said than done. No, we might be able to hit him with the true shot. That's a brutal stab in the back. Okay, that was really glitchy, but it worked. All right, now let's fan the Inferno. Another stack of burning on everybody. I can't get to that Shrine of Smiting in the back, but this guy has open shots on me, so I have to hit him. Yuck, this is terrible. You're just going to get killed by everything around you. That might be able to kill if he crits, which he's fairly likely to. I have Battlefield Restoration, but I feel like we could wait to cast it a little bit, like one more turn. We'll exhume an undead down here, which does actually let me phase on top of this Shrine of Smiting. I don't know who is like actually my most priority here, but I feel like probably the shrines. I just gotta start shutting them down a little bit. These guys are both frozen. Boop, 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 boop. Are you worth bringing up? Actually, I'm not sure about that. Oh, it's not gonna let me go back, so I guess you are gonna have to. These guys are all melee, so staying in obscure terrain doesn't really matter. I know this is a summon, but I just want to be rid of it. So you guys have gone, you guys have gone, you guys have gone. You are my tank. This is Ingrid over here, who is a ritualist. So what I could do is I could actually move over here, hit her with a spider web. Or I can move here and hit her with a spider web. I feel like I'd rather be on top of her, though. I'm a little worried about you, but maybe that's not actually a problem. I do have a stunning bash as well. Pyre Templar is going to hurt. Stunning Bash gives me defensive mode. This guy ends his turn in defensive mode no matter what. Yes, that's correct. So let's web him. It really does not feel like it did very much. This is just an Ancestral Warden. I feel like this whole center gap here, I don't have a good play on. So I can hit that guy with a dagger from here. If I move out that way, I'm gonna just be exposing my back to everybody. These are zombies. I'm going to throw a blind dagger just at this Pyre Templar to try and stack that blind. Because I think that's the somewhat the only move I have here. One tanky Popefish. The ranged unit won't block the shrine. He is a melee mage, though, so I thought maybe he still would zone a control. But you know what? You might be right. Bone Horror goes down. That's fine. He casts Anthem of Victory, giving strength and rally on all of his guys. An insane amount of strength and rally. Oh, there's so much strength and rallying happening right now. We're pooping out zombies. They are largely ignoring my tanks. A lot of shield walls. These guys got a lot of defensive formations and not a lot of offensive characters. That's the one advantage we have. They did both move though, so they couldn't do their triple attacks. Lost another bone. Okay, so we're gonna open this round up with the Battlefield Restoration. We're going to open this round up with some Berserk charges. I'm going to move you here. And then we're going to cast this. So that's 3 regeneration, bolstered resistance, among other goodies. You're steadfasted. So, like, let's just probably hit you with a shield bash. We have death casting, so every time something dies, we keep getting combat casting points back. So it's very easy for me to keep casting Fan the Inferno, which I'm extremely grateful for. I need AoE spells over here. This army does not AoE specialize at all. What a damn pity. These are 2 exemplars in the back here. All right, you're gonna just go up here, do some AoE hits. You're gonna come in on them because you're a zombie. You're gonna hit him because you don't have much else to do. We'll try for that. Nice critical there. That's fantastic. You can go in here, and I tell you what, if you do Amplify Chaos, you remove all their negative status effects, which isn't a crazy amount, but for each effect removed, you do a bunch of damage. It's not a terrible choice. Can I stack any other negative effects in here? Quite possibly. I could add in a few more blinds. You're already blinded by the light. You're really hard to hit. Let's go for you. I probably don't want to be in a position where these guys are completely in the open. Let's actually just dagger him in the back, because now he'll probably die from that investiture. Ooh, he won't, but he could if I bring this skirmisher over. All right. Steadfast. Of course. Of course there's a steadfast charge. What a fool am I to think otherwise? Just start stacking some shots. You've got a dagger here. It's not going to do a crazy amount of damage. I'm trying to remember how this guy was built. I think he does like opening damage. Critical skirmisher. When he does crits, he does more crits. He's all about crits, so we got to get him like going in that strike. I wish you could just see their skill trees in combat. He's got an ability that's either like he does more, I think he does more melee damage when something is wounded, is actually I think what we got on him. So then this doesn't matter too much. We'll just throw a dagger at that Templar. Nice critical hit, and it does. Yeah, prepared strike. That's it. He also does that. So now his melee attack will do more damage. Watch the whole Sword Drawing series on YouTube. Figured you're on Twitch. Yes. We are indeed. This Berserker can get a kill. This guy can also get a kill. Hello, Mona. We have a little visitor. One moment, please. Please stand by. What I'm worried is if I put someone here, will they not get the flank? Yeah. The answer is yes. So now I've got to go through the stupid process of bringing you in here, you over here. You can dagger kill him for a big shot. And then you could just charge into that guy. The Overlord is grazing us. She is present. We'll just get rid of your hit. And I can't really do much to this guy, so we might as well just go for the 3 strikes or the 1 strike. I keep forgetting that's a skirmisher. I'm going to move you in here, and we're going to Banshee Scream. Hi, Not Daniel. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Sap a bit of that strengthened. Look at how many retaliation attacks we have. It's crazy. Oh, huge heals as well. The triple regen on everybody. $218 damage from a Shrine of Smiting. Absolutely dirt nasty. That guy puts Cleansing Flame on everyone, but it's not a big deal for us. Yeah, we're getting hit with stuff, but nothing serious. That 200 damage Shrine of Smiting was the real damage of this fight. That zombie actually hit for a lot more than I thought he would. And I should try to kill that Winter Fairy. Okay, that's nice. Those are zombos. Ooh, amazing counter by that Shade. Or actually, I think those were attacks of opportunities. Yo, that's not bad at all. 2 of his units burned to death. We are back up to max casting points, even though we cast every single turn. We are casting a 40-point Fan the Inferno. I triggered Slip Away on the hero. Hey, Mona, you want to say hi, everybody? No? You just wanted some pets and get your fur all over my keyboard? Okay. Sorry, folks. She'll probably come back later. You may see me, but not all of me, and that is how it shall be. So saith the Mona. How's the stream going? This battle looks like a mess. It is a mess. It is a absolute bloody godforsaken mess. Oh, you've got a good flank on him. You can almost kill him. I can wombo combo for sure there. I can't not do that. That's so much damage. That's 105 damage. So that's an Exemplar dead. Which means you can hit him. Unfortunately, you don't get the kill. But that's okay. You're going to get that kill. I'm going to take this other Shade. And put him here, and then I'm going to throw a dagger and get that kill. Okay, so the Shrines of Smiting are done. That's big. He's steadfast. And you can't get to him. He's steadfast. You actually do more damage than the Warbreed, which is hilarious. You do very little damage, so I'm going to let you kill the hero. Let's go 1, 2, 3 here for maximum damage on that charge strike. You're going to get on top of him and actually kill him in one shot. I love it. Those are zombies. Oh, you only hit one that way. Let's hit those two. I think I'll kill that Inquisitor. Or at least set him to steadfast, I should say. Put you here and you have a flank, which should kill him. Or put him to steadfast. You can't get a flank on him. I have lots of good options here. You're steadfast, you're unreachable. You're steadfast. All right, this warrior can move in here and kill them. This guy can move up here and flank him. You're a skirmisher who's designed to kill people. $31. What I could probably do here is trigger go for the kill and hope for a crit. 100% crit chance. So that's pretty good. So if they're both steadfast, you could actually just throw a dagger or something at him. Or I guess like move around and just melee attack him. You unfortunately don't have a way out of that, so you're going to have to take that hit. You're only a Lithering Needler though, so I'm not super duper worried about you. And then I have Swift Restoration here. I think I'm actually going to cast that on that Pyre Templar. Ancestral Warden, Decaying Zombie. I lost a couple of Bone Horrors in this fight, but I'm not really concerned about them. Raise Undead. You have 2 Raise Undeads. I'm going to cast Undying Loyalty on him, just in case he gets attacked here. That way he can't get killed. You can Death Blast that Exemplar and do a ton of damage, so let's just do that. Lots of big regens, which I keep forgetting about. Transpose. You're going after the Pyre Templar. Guess we're just going after Bone Horrors. That's fine by me. A lot of their troops are trying to flee here now. And are also just being slaughtered by burning. Not to mention berserks. You steadfast. Get him, get him, get him. You're steadfast. You're both steadfasted. It is possible that the burning can get rid of the steadfast, but I guess it won't really here. He can't cast anything because I killed his hero in this fight, so we're literally just going to... You know what? I'm actually going to turn on auto. Because if we have bones around, our necromancers will automatically go and they will heal those. They'll consume whatever they can and they'll raise any of our own units. So like there was already one bone golem there that I would not have picked back up. And then that guy burns to death. And they finish him off. Perfect. We lose 2 bone golems? That's a way better turnaround than what we originally were given here. And now they're like, oh, okay, now we only have 6 units left. Well, let us run. Capital idea. Let's get the heck out of here. Dorn, hello. We're doing very good. We're cruising. We're slaying. We're on a good warpath right now. We got some nasty pockets of armies around. This guy is still holding true to us, which I'm very grateful for. I should give him another declaration of friendship, even though he's mad at me. Oh, good. Burden of guilt. Thank you. And then some of the independents. Oh my god. Okay. Well, would I lose 2 bone horrors? Let's replace those with bone dragons. Astral Lady Morgan the Crow Queen. I received word about your campaign. You're not really a fit for this playthrough, so I'm not going to take you. You'd be a weird choice. The Anointer is picking up that guy. For cheaper units. Beer the Warden is picking up... I could give him 1 grace. This is 18, 19, 20. So he's got 3 skill points left. I could pick up like a resistance or defense with some extra HP and warding bond, or I could pick up Sentinel, frontline fighter, and pushing attack. He doesn't do like a ton of damage right now. Pushing attack can be useful. Strike the enemy unit, knocking them back and dealing damage. Enter defensive mode. Oh, but it's not... yeah, you really want aggressive push with displace and replace, and that would take me 4 points, which I'm not going to have. The other option is I take like Grace, HP, and then Warding Bond. I'm a little curious what my evasion score is. I don't know what you can really see. Probably not good. This guy's mostly just tanky. Right, we took adaptive armor. But we also took warded armor. And greater resistance. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty well rounded right now. I guess Grace is an easy choice, and then maybe I'll actually take something like a skill point boost. So you could take those dragons. We got a free necromancer out of this. Would probably be a better choice than something like a Litharine Needler. In fact, I think we can probably just get rid of this guy. And then we'll vibe there for another round. Axe Ward, Axe Ward. So we're being sieged down a little bit here, but nothing too serious. You guys, I just want to move in to let heal. Is that ritual ready to go? Let's take that because that'll mass heal these guys. And then they're basically ready. Yeah, we can go back in pretty much next turn. Two more turns on this vassalization. They're burning that down though, so that shouldn't be a problem. You guys, I guess, are building new armies down here. Perpetually. Oh, you're actually just building reinforcements is what you're doing. You built a mint. That's going to be pretty much all you build. Yeah, I can put a farm down here now. I need an insane amount of population, though, to do it. Insane amount of Imperium.
I asked
Marinara.
what it stood for, but nobody was giving me a straight answer, SM.
Marinara, thank you for 31 months, my dude. I hope you're well. It's hard to get a straight answer out of that one. Grab slip away on this guy. Make him extra slippery. We'll cast True Death Magic. So now this actually makes Necromancers a much better, even though they're tier 2, putting Necromancers in all of my armies actually makes sense now. Because they can one-shot things. Oh, yeah. And we have a new hero, which I keep forgetting to do. Burden of Guilt, Beast Wrangler, Bounty. Let's hire a hero. I can get level 10. What about from my Pantheon? Is there anybody from the Pantheon we want in here? I feel like there's a couple people that could probably make an argument for. They're very expensive, though. Caesar could work. The Absolute Evil could work. Dwayne Johansson, he'd be okay. Charon, maybe. Charon keeps getting weird transformations. Every single time I see him, he has a different type of dragon for some reason. Like now he's a Materium dragon. In the last campaign, he was a nature dragon. He's meant to be a shadow dragon. Also, is it just me or did they soup up Materium dragon visuals 100-fold? I certainly don't remember this giant rock ever coming off of their head. I guess Bone Daddy would also work here. Wow, I think I've only ever done Astral Transformation once, and it was in our first campaign. These guys are all way too expensive. We ain't gonna do that. They look super dynamic now. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did something there. This guy looks pretty cool. Undead Siren. I guess the problem is that if I don't summon them, if they're not mine, then they don't have all of their cool traits. And we've built a really good set of traits together. So we can have a mage, a death knight, or a spellblade. Conqueror, Trollkin. Crusader, slay an undead or fiend of tier 4. On a mage. Honestly, I'm more inclined to take mages right now because it feels like they fit the bill better. Where we have like Pyro Templars and Warbreeds as our front line, everybody else is like a very different story. So I'm gonna give you... Nope. I'm gonna give you... Yeah, actually, I guess I am going to take maybe Soul Draining Strikes. We'll take Add Up to Shadow here for sure, so we can take Unholy Leader. Which we'll take Endurance Training with as well. I think I'm just going to make you do a lot of damage on your fire revocation. And I'll give you those. Ooh, we'll also let you inflict blind on your fire revocation. I definitely have a million items here for you. Yaka's Dragonbane was a good one. So I think let's give you that. I'll give you a helmet. We'll replace that. 20% magic damage and Starblade is the best I could possibly give you. Why don't I give you a Hunter Spider so that you can jump? Because you already get lifesteal for being undead. And then for sure we need to adjust your appearance. This outfit is not befitting a mage. Something fancy looking. I might actually go with that one. And then maybe a hood. You have the skull helmet right now. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Gasha the Academic. I'd allow for that. You have that firebolt thing as well. Okay. So you're going to have... You got Warbreeds. You got Templars. Two Warbreeds. Two Templars. I'm just going to give you a Necromancer after that. I think it's the way to do it. We'll slap a Shrine of the War God in here for now. Now, question. You have Domain of Death. Do you have Domain of Death? Yeah, you do. Okay. Why don't I boost this? Boost this. Then I can boost this Necromancer next turn and she's ready to go. Can I make a Skeletor in this character creator? I mean, we are a Skeletor. That is literally our name. We are Helltor Skeletor. But if you're talking about a more traditional He-Man Skeletor, yeah, we could probably make one in that character creator pretty easy. I'm not sure with Barbarian culture. You might need to take Dark or something like that to get the right armor sets. But the possibilities are there. All right, I think this guy flips now as well for us. What just happened? How much influence did he just spend? That was crazy. He just built like 20 provinces. Well, not 20, but he just built like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 provinces. That's wild. Is the mic volume lower than normal? It does kind of look like it, doesn't it? I wonder if my gain reset. I'll take a look. think I'm just going to take the Shade Network. Grab these Necros. Then we'll cut them across to here. We have taken the Lost Queen's Crypt. I think we hold the line here right now because I'm a little concerned about this. She is already back here. Didn't we just fight her last turn? Jumpin' Jack Flash. These guys are really still healing, but I think you better stay for one more turn. Do you have a Ritual of Alacrity? You do. You don't. You know what would make sense? If you're going to take multiple turns to heal, if I bring you back here, you heal faster thanks to the Nyx Well. You want to end the war. That's good. Because we'll take this next turn. And cast some Pure Flame Staves in the meantime. Mike shifted a tad bit after you went out to get that delivery. Ah, you know what? Somehow it did. I don't know how that happened, but you're right. It did go down like about 10%. Just funny because I just hit the mute button. All right, you're going to make some more War Breeds. You're going to keep making more Pyre Templars over here. You need a Pyre Shrine. And then once you have that, I can start making dragons. Much better. Yeah, yeah. Good catch. Good catch. Okay, this has been a really long 10 turns. 9 turns. But we have managed to burn a city down. We are on the march up north here. We've taken Sorcel and really broken the back of Cthulhu. So our main army +1 now is going to be able to march up here. Wipe this guy out, I think pretty easy. And then start making the play properly on Sky Totem. We're on a little bit of defense. I am worried about these guys. I didn't expect them to come back so fast. But you know what? This army is in actually like better shape than I thought. And I don't know, maybe we get the effects of the Lost Queen's Crypt. Who knows? But we'll make a play on that outpost next. But I think let's cut the first video here for today. Because it seems like the perfect spot. And I hope if you're on YouTube, you'll come back and you'll join us for, I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe 2, possibly 3 more for the finale. But I feel like we're going to be able to take Pink and Cthulhu in the next. And then these other guys should fall pretty quickly after that. Because we'll have half the map. So stay tuned.